Kelsey Plum calls out the referees in a heated postgame rant. The Indiana Fever vs. Chicago Sky game brings in huge viewership numbers and have the Golden State Valkyries proven to be the WNBA's most valuable team. You guys, there is so much to go over, so let's jump right in. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita and welcome to the Courtside Club. Today I have another update video for you guys and we have a lot of topics to cover, so let's jump right in. And I want to start with this epic rant that Kelsey Plum went on after the Los Angeles Sparks lost to the Golden State Valkyries in overtime. She went on this rant about the refs, and this is a topic that continues to come up within the WNBA discourse about how physical the game is and how bad the refs are. So let's hear what she had to say.
The game, either go into the third, into the fourth, where they're just coming in, just swinging, and they just don't call anything. I don't understand how that's 6 free throws. Playing 40 minutes, touching the paint almost every play is absurd. It's absurd, and so I'm saying, like, I'll get fined for that, and that's fine. But I mean, and I needed to make more shots, like late game. But I mean, they're fouling the out of me every single play. So I'm very frustrated with that, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't know what I need to do. I talk to the refs nice. I pray before the game. Like, I'm over it.
As you can see here, she is clearly emotional. I'm sure that some of that comes from just the tough loss that they had in overtime, and also the fact that she feels like the refs aren't doing their job properly. Like she said, she is a guard who gets into the paint, she drives a lot, and she said during this game she was getting hacked pretty much on every single play, and the refs just simply weren't calling it. And you guys, whether we take this as just an emotional rant after the game or not, this has been a topic that continues to come up in the WNBA, and it's something that I continue to talk about because I've always said that I think the WNBA is too physical, and I don't think that it's something that the league should be priding itself on. If you guys haven't seen my video where I talk about the WNBA referees and I kind of expose the interview that the referees did, and they kind of talked about why they call games the way that they do, and it's pretty much not their decision, it is higher ups telling them what to do, then you will see that this is not only a referee's problem, it's a top-down problem. And I don't think much is going to change. And like Kelsey said here, she's tried different things. She's tried to be nice to the refs. Like, she doesn't know what else she needs to do to get better calls. But the referee problem is not going to change until the people who are in charge of the referees tell the referees what to call, what not to call, what is a foul. If they want to make the game less physical, they absolutely can do that, because we have seen the NBA do that. Like, they have the proof of concept. They did it. They changed the style of the NBA by making the game less physical and therefore protecting their players. And this is something that we continue to talk about. We've seen dirty plays, we've seen no calls, we've seen flagrants that turn into not flagrant fouls. And one play that we didn't really talk about, but it was definitely going viral on social media, was another play by DeMita Carrington where she grabbed a player's hair. And this was actually a Los Angeles Sparks player. This was Sarah Ashley Barker. And as you guys can see here, DeMita is going up, I guess, to try to steal the ball. And then when she's coming down, when she's falling, she grabs on to her ponytail and drags her to the ground. Now, if you guys saw this and you didn't know the context of it, you probably would have thought that DeMita would have gotten ejected from this game, right? Well, that wasn't the case. She got called for a foul, but she didn't even get called for a flagrant foul. Like, they actually reviewed this play and it was not a flagrant foul. So that is the most prime example to me. That is something where that is so clearly a flagrant foul. If I was refereeing the game, like, she would have gotten kicked. Like, that is actually a dangerous play. Like, we've seen plays before where she's going for the ball, she's trying to block shots, and she knocks people over, hits them in the head. She could have seriously injured Sarah's neck. Like, this one was wild to me, and I just could not believe that the refs called it the way that they did. And like we talked about in a previous video, DeMita did come on her Twitter and she kind of clapped back at people that were calling her a dirty player. She said, "Y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I'm so over this narrative, because if you really know ball, then you just know that I play hard and I never give up on a play." This to me was not you playing hard and not you giving up on a play. That was you falling down, so you went and grabbed her hair. It is very hard for me to defend you at this point after seeing these kind of plays happen game after game after game. And again, you guys, I'm talking about the referees in a broader sense, and I'm not just trying to only single out DeJounte here, but this is a prime example of the referees not doing their job. And like Kelsey Plum said, she was hacked throughout the entire game, and the referees are very inconsistent with the way that they call fouls. Now, we also know that there are certain players in the WNBA who do feel like they have a special whistle, and we've even talked about the New York Liberty and how it seems like they have a special whistle. There will always be that in professional sports. Like, you see it in the NBA as well. There are certain players who get away with more than others. And so I think it's fair to say that there will always be a little bit of bias or a little bit of inconsistency. But in general, the WNBA does actually a terrible job with their referees. But you guys, I don't know what to do here. Like, my hands are up because it doesn't seem like anything's going to change soon unless they make a call from the top down. And I just don't see that happening until maybe someone gets so seriously injured that a conversation needs to be had. And of course, I don't want that to happen, but I don't know what is going to change things at this point, because all we hear from the old heads in the WNBA and veterans in the league is that, you know, the WNBA is physical and that's what makes our game great. Moving on, let's talk about some good news. Indiana Fever guard Kelsey Mitchell and Minnesota Lynx forward Napheesa Collier have been named the WNBA Eastern and Western Conference Players of the Week, respectively, for Week 3 of the 2025 season. Now, as you guys know, Napheesa Collier is the clear frontrunner for WNBA MVP at this point in time. She is having a stellar season, and the Minnesota Lynx are currently still undefeated. And Kelsey Mitchell has been showing up when Caitlin Clark has been out, and she has specifically been showing up when she has the point guard in Ari McDonald, who has joined the Fever on her hardship contract. And on the lines of the Indiana Fever, 1.92 million people watched the Fever dismantle the Sky on Saturday night, making it the third most watched WNBA game of the season, behind the Fever vs. Liberty and the Fever vs. Sky game part 1. And this was a game without Caitlin Clark. It was on a Saturday night, but the Indiana Fever continues to be the premier franchise of the WNBA, even without Caitlin Clark on the floor. And they've won their past couple games. It seems like they have turned the corner and things are looking brighter for this team. But it's so promising to see a number like 2 million people tuning into a game without Caitlin Clark. It just proves that the league overall is growing, and also proving that the WNBA continues to grow. The Valkyries reportedly brought in $55 million in revenue, and that's not even counting the league media money, merch, or extras. That figure alone would have out-earned 8 entire MLS teams last season per Forbes estimate. And Forbes did an article about this, and they said that the Golden State Valkyries will be the most valuable WNBA franchise as early as next season. And if you guys have been tuning in to the Golden State Valkyries, they are a really fun team to watch. They play with pace. They play a lot of different players. They have different rotations that they put on the floor, and they are doing so much better than any of us could have expected them to do. And they also have sold out every single home game so far this season, which is 18,000 people in Chase Center. Honestly, there is nothing but good things that are happening for this Golden State Valkyries franchise. Like I told you guys, I feel like they are going to be one of the premier destinations for free agents this summer. Like, if you want to play in front of a sold out crowd, if you want to have that backing, have that fan base, and honestly be on a team that looks pretty darn good already. Like, I love the style of basketball. I love how many overseas players they have in the mix. Now, I just wanted to bring this up because she was on the Indiana Fever last year. And if you guys remember, when they did the expansion draft, Temi Fegbenle was one player that the Indiana Fever did not protect, and she was drafted by the Golden State Valkyries. Now, she is thriving with the Valkyries. She is averaging 9.7 points per game, 1.9 assists per game. She's shooting 53.7% from the field. And just in her last game, she had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 steals, and 4 blocks. So it seems like she is finding her groove. And the Valkyries play a very similar style of basketball that the Indiana Fever said that they were going to play, a very quick style of basketball. And Temi is somebody who can run the floor. She gets in the mix. She gets after it on defense as well. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Uena.